Find out the most popular barefoot shoes off of TikTok over the last year, and I'm going to tell you which ones are my favorite and which ones I would choose based off of the weather and where you're at. First off, what a barefoot shoe is it has a wide toe box, a zero drop heel, and a thin flexible sole. This allows you to use your foot as if it's barefoot, just provides some protection from the elements. I noticed better posture, my plantar fasciitis went away, no more ingrown toenails, my toes are not being jammed together, I have more proprioception of the ground, and way better balance. So these ones are by Saguaro. These are actually the very first pair I ever owned over a year ago last March. These ones are so comfortable, but they're also incredibly stylish. I love the canvasy material because it just really fits a lot of my outfits. And these ones were the very first ones that went viral on TikTok. People freaking grabbed these up and they sold out about 6 different times last year. This was pretty freaking wild. They have tons of different colors and they're good for men and women. You just have to know your size. These ones are true to size. These ones are the Hobby Bear brands. They're very comparable to the Saguaro ones. The difference between the Hobby Bear and the Saguaro is these Hobby Bear ones have more of like a, I don't want to say bulbous toe box, but you can tell with the Saguaro ones, they're really flat compared to the Hobby Bear ones. They have more of a rounded point here, but I will say the toe box is wider on the Saguaro than the Hobby Bear ones, but my feet still have plenty of room in these ones. But if you have like an extra wide foot, you're going to want to grab the If you like this style Hobby Bear or even Saguaro ones, need them to be wipe away and make it a lot easier to clean, grab these ones. These ones, I grab these all the time. They have the stretchy laces, and these ones are so stinking comfortable. They're the ones I tend to grab the most just because I can slip them on. I love that they have the padding in the back here because that's really comfortable. These ones don't slide around my foot like some of the other barefoot shoe brands that I own. And these ones go super fast. Looking more for like the sportsy style of barefoot shoe. These are a lot like water shoes, but they're not technically water shoes. They're really good for sports. A lot of weightlifters will wear these because of that zero drop heel with the really good traction. I love they have the bungee with the Velcro. That makes it a lot easier to just kind of put in place so it's not flopping around. Incredibly breathable. You can go out running in these, hiking in these. These are fantastic shoes. These ones are the Saguaro ones. Hobby Bear does have a comparable one to this. It's a little bit different material though. So if you notice, the Saguaro ones are going to be a little bit more breathable than the Hobby Bear ones, although these Hobby Bear ones are still really good. These ones are not water shoes either. I would not wear either one of these in the water. They have great traction as well, and they also do the Velcro with the bungee cord. I will say the Hobby Bear runs a little bit bigger than the Saguaro ones. These ones seem to be more true to size to me, whereas the Hobby Bear ones, I need to kind of size down just a little bit. Both very comfortable though. But if you're looking for a water style shoe, I would grab these ones. These ones are by Saguaro. They actually have the holes in the bottom, so you can go play around in the ocean with these or the water or the lake or whatever and hike around in them and be fine. It'll dry really quick because of how thin this material is. It is thinner than the other ones. I really like the design of these. These are so stinking cute. If you want to check out any of the barefoot shoes that I talked about in this video, I'm going to tag them below for you.